Oh, it's just Jord.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Very Little Nightmares theory video. And today, oh you wouldn't believe how many times that stuck. And today we're going to be talking about what we can fully confirm about the Very Little Nightmares game from some of the information that has been shared to us via the social pages of Little Nightmares in Bandai Namco, and what images they have actually shared over the few days as well. Now that everything has boiled down, like I said in my last Very Little Nightmares video, I would make the first video talking about what I initially thought may happen and what could happen, but like I said in the video, I would be doing a video after that just so we can see if any more information has came out and see what we can confirm and what we can end up adding in today's video. There was a lot of information that has come out, so thankfully my plan worked. Yay. So, like in the last video, I want to make this video flow and transition nicely, so it's nicer for everyone to watch, and it makes me happy looking at all the organised paragraphs and the uniform appearance on Google Docs. I am a simple man. Anyway, back to the video. So let's break everything down into smaller parts and make each section have its own paragraph. So, we're going to be talking about a few topics today, and these will include the new monster, the new location, the new backstory of 6, and many smaller bits, but we'll get into that. So, now, let's start with the new monster. So, when I released the first video for Very Little Nightmares, I recorded that video around an hour around its release. So all of my opinions and theories on it were fresh as a daisy at this point, but not a lot of information came out. Not long after recording, if I remember rightly, around when I was rendering the video, they released some crucial information regarding the monster. To recap in short, in my first impression, I assumed it was a new monster because of some of the features that it had and the way it behaved, and a few of these points were the fingers, the wheels, and the reason for triggering the chase scene or behaviour, if you will. Now, I do plan on making a video in the future where I go even further to what I think about the new monster and where it could all belong in the Little Nightmares game. But for now, I can say Bandai Namco have confirmed in a reply to a user on YouTube that it is a new monster. So the question was, am I the only person who thinks the monster chasing 6 is an entirely new character? And they replied with, we hope not, because it definitely is. So we can check that off our list. Now with the new monster checked off, we can check out a new topic. So let's see what I can confirm about. The new location. So let's talk about the new location. At first we weren't given much about it, just the fact it was confirmed to be in a new place, which I did cover in my first video, but as more and more information came out, I was able to piece a few things together. And these things included the fact that the new location is in the mansion in which we are going to be set in, but we see 6 is aiming to leave and go out to where, maybe the mall. But another important thing I found was the name of the place. Now this wasn't at first obvious, especially to me, but after researching around the Bandai site and some little bits, and some of the promo material, I realised, or theorised if you will, that I have found the name of the location, and it is called The Nest. All of this information can be seen on the website. You'll have to navigate a few pages, but it's all there. And from the gracious Izmar has confirmed with us, she's the community manager at Bandai, by the way, so she has confirmed with me that The Nest is the official name of the location. So thank you, Izmar, for doing that for us. So, our next topic would be the backstory of 6. So we know it's a prequel game, and we have been told many times on the Bandai site and the Little Nightmares social pages, so this is no secret. But what is really interesting is how far back is the game. So far we can see that she doesn't seem to have her hunger pains that she gets on the moor, and we know she isn't on the moor, and we know she escapes the nest. What are we going to find out about her? Oftentimes they refer to her as the girl in the yellow raincoat and not as 6. Is this intentional? I believe so. I think we are going to learn about 6 and how she became 6 in the process. I theorise that in this game we will learn about the origins and how she got these hunger pains that we see in the base game. Anyway, let's continue on. Now there is one more topic I want to touch on today, and it's how Tarzia are not involved with this development. Now I'm sure some of you have already figured it out, and if you were not 100%, I have reached out to Tarzia and asked them this question, and they confirmed that they were not involved in the development and are not involved, as you can see from the picture. Now, don't worry, what a lot of people missed is that perhaps this is actually a blessing in disguise. Why do I say that? Well, think about it. Why wouldn't Tarsier be working on a title they helped become this amazing franchise? The short answer is because they are busy. Now, take that as you will, but with another dev handling a platform which they know, here I'm referencing the devs that made the Very Little Nightmares, if you're wondering. If you check the history, they've made some pretty well constructed games, and their games include Love You to Bits, Bring You Home. So with that being said, what are Tarsier's bread and butter? Well, I've never seen a mobile game from them. So for me, this cements the idea that they are busy doing what they do best, making games on the Unreal Engine. Is it Little Nightmares 2? Who knows? All we know is at the end of it, we're going to get a great game from Tarsier, and obviously from Very Little Nightmares. And don't forget, Tarsier have put out some side projects which are pretty good. I mean, look at Static, for example. To be quite fair, I do rate that as a undiscovered gem. But anyway, let's continue. And the last topic I want to talk about the most is the most asked one. Now, I cannot confirm it, and I can only make a call off the evidence that I have seen and gathered in front of me, which is available to you all too if you do want to have a look. And the big question at the moment is, will it come to Android? Well, if we look at the evidence, and I'm referring to the past games made by Alike, we can see that Love You to Bits has an Android version, but there seems to be a pattern with Alike. They seem to release a game first on iOS, then after some time make an Android version, as we can see with their title Love You to Bits. And if we were looking at it, at Bring You Home, it's not long since it was released on iOS. And would you have it? There's not an Android version yet. So in short, yes, I believe at some point in the future, in my opinion, in my theory, it will release on Android. It will take obviously a bit of time to get it over from iOS to Android, because you've got to remember they're different things and they do take time to make. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for joining me in today's video. And I'd love to know what you think about today's video in the comments below and or on any social media page. And let me know if you're looking forward to the game. And remember, if you want to support the channel, hit like and subscribe. And if you want to go the extra mile and support the channel even further, do what the Flying Dutchman has done and support the channel by becoming a member of the channel. If you do, you'll get exclusive perks and a badge for when you comment. Oh, and not to mention a shout out in every video. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for joining me in today's video, or theory video if you will. But I will see you all in the next theory video.